Going to discuss you about the country Morocco. And last 2 weeks, galing po akong Morocco, and I've experienced a lot of things about their cultures, their practices, the indigenous people in Morocco, and of course, the destination in Morocco, which is so amazing and beautiful. And I hope na ma-encourage ko kayo pumunta sa Morocco because there's a lot of things to do in Morocco. So now I will going to discuss to you the flag of Morocco, where red represents bravery, hardiness, strength, and valor. The green represents love, joy, wisdom, hope, and peace. And of course, it also represents the 5 branches of the pillars of Islam, which is the Shahada, Zakat, Salat, Sum, and Hajj. The capital of Morocco is Rabat. It rests along the shores of the Bourguiba River and the Atlantic Ocean. It's known for landmarks that speak to its Islamic and French colonial heritage, including the Kasbah of the Udayas. The climate of Morocco is summer and winter. The summer starts during June and ends in August. The winter starts during November and ends in March. So if you want to experience the climate in Morocco, you can go in that particular month. The population in Morocco is 36,910,560 as of 2020. And the religion of Morocco is Islam. There are 2 parts of Islam in Morocco, which is the Sunni and Shi'i Muslims. The next one is the language of Morocco, which is the Arabic and Berber. And these are the examples of language in Morocco. The first one is Kidayarek, which means how are you? Hanabi'ir, which means I'm fine. Sasni Namshi, which means I have to go, and Bastama, which means bye. So, now I will going to discuss you the history of Morocco, and I'm going to tell you a story, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you will learn something about Morocco.
In early history, Phoenician traders, the first to explore around Morocco, had penetrated the western Mediterranean before the 12th century BC. Set up depots for salt and oil along the coast and up the rivers of the territory that is now Morocco. In the 7th century, Arab introduced Islam to the Berber in Morocco, but the Berber ignored them. They still retained their practices and beliefs. The great Arab dynasties began to rule over vast swatches of the Maghreb and Spain. One of many remarkable sultans was Mulai Ismail, who reigned over 55 years. He was the longest and most brutal in Moroccan history. He was a cruel and profligate megalomaniac reputed to have harassed 500 women and fathered over 700 children. The imperial city of Meknes was his grand project, and thousands died in the building of his palaces and triumphal arches. After the cruelty of the Sultan Mulay, the independence and modernization happened. The last scramble for Africa at the beginning of the 20th century. Britain, France, Germany, and Spain vied with one another to dominate Morocco. One of the remaining parts of the continent outside the colonial grasp, with France and Spain's occupation of Morocco, resentment of foreign rule simmered for 40 years. Until 1955, the Sultan agreed to institute reforms that would transform Morocco into a constitutional monarchy with a democratic form of government by Mohammed V Ibn Yusuf. The country's independence was regained in 1956 by the French-Moroccan Agreement signed in Paris. The elation felt that independence soon gave way to rivalries and insurrection. The crowning of a new young king Morocco entered into a new era of hope and change. Today, With the effects of the Arab Spring being felt throughout the region, King Mohammed seeks understand the need for reform, and a new constitution is being drafted with aims to devolve roughly half the king's power to a prime minister elected by the Moroccan people. When Mohammed Ben El Hassan was crowned Mohammed VI in July 1999, Morocco entered a new era. Because of King Mohammed VI, Morocco is a fast-developing country as of 2018, and he still have a lot of gold that she wants to develop in Morocco.
So that's the story of Morocco. I hope you understand something. And now let's proceed to the destination of Morocco.
Situated on Morocco's Atlantic coast, Essaouira is a great place to get away from the heat and bustle of the bigger cities. In the 1960s, the seaside town was a popular hangout for icons like Jimi Hendrix and Bob Marley. The beach itself is a well-known kite surfing hotspot, while the town charms with narrow street, red and blue painted houses and ramparts that overlook the busy harbor. Essaouira is known for its quality seafood restaurants. The Sahara Desert is the world's largest hot desert and the third largest desert behind Antarctica and the Arctic. The Sahara is much more than just sand. In fact, the majority of the Sahara is made up of barren rocky, as well as salt flats sand dunes. Chefchaouen, nestled amidst the scenic peaks of the Rif Mountains, Chefchaouen is a small town in a big landscape. It is a center for creativity, attracting painters and photographers with its clear light, serene blue painted houses. Browse local art and crafts in the quaint shops of the Medina. Enjoy a drink amidst the architecture of Ota El Hammam. Square or sample fine Moroccan cuisine at a Riyadh restaurant. The surrounding countryside is full of beautiful hiking trails. High Atlas is the highest peak in the North Africa. At 13,667 feet, the trek to the snow-dusted summit is no easy feat, but the breathtaking scenery makes the effort worthwhile. While you can make it to the summit and back to the town of Imlil in a day, it is a good idea to allow at least 3 days. This way, you have enough time to acclimatize the effect of altitudes. Located on the edge of the Erkchebi Dune Sea, the small town of Merzouga acts as a gateway to the dramatic wilderness of the Sahara Desert. Many operators offer camel safaris, which last anywhere from a few hours to several days.
So that's the destination in Morocco, guys. I hope na makapunta kayo doon already because like I said, there's a lot of things to do in Morocco and there's a lot of things to see in Morocco, especially their beautiful destination, High Atlas, Merzouga, Essaouira, Chefchaouen, and of course the Sahara Desert, which is so amazing and beautiful. All of it is so amazing and beautiful. I hope talaga na makapunta kayo doon because it is not only the destination that makes Morocco a beautiful place, it is also the food that makes Morocco a beautiful place because their food there is so amazing, it is so unique, and it's so beautiful and delicious.
Couscous originated as a Maghrebi dish of small steamed balls of crushed durum with semolina that is traditionally served with a stew spoon on top. Steamed and stuffed chicken is considered among the prestigious dishes that Moroccans serve for their special guests. In special ceremonies and festivities, people prepare it as a basic meal along with a spicy thick sauce and pickled lemon. Moroccan stuffed fried sardines are one of the most classic examples of Moroccan street food. Butterfly sardine fillet are sandwiched together with a generous layer of chermoula. There, then wrapped with more chermoula dipped in flour and pan-fried. Moroccan stuffed fried sardines are given a romantic name due to the genius way they're coupled or sandwiched together.
So that's the food in Morocco, guys. Sa video pala makikita mo na lang, it is so delicious and it's so very unique. So what are you waiting for? Come and visit the paradise of Morocco.
King Mohammed VI succeeded to the throne in July when his father Hassan II died after reigning for 38 years. In only 3 months, the 36-year-old king has emerged as a powerful advocate of social change in a region that is witnessing a generational shift in monarchies from Morocco to Jordan.
So yes, that's King Mohammed VI. Aside from being kind, ang dami-dami niya nang na-develop sa Morocco. And now, Morocco is now a fast-developing country. Ang dami-dami niyang natutulungang mahihirap, especially the indigenous people in Morocco, which is the Berber or the Amazigh.
Hakim Ziyech was born in Trondheim, Netherlands. He grew up with his brother Fauzi Ziyech. Regarding his nationality, Ziyech holds Dutch Moroccan and belongs to Arab ethnicity. His father is Dutch while his mother is Moroccan. Hakim Ziyech began to pursue his football career as a youth member of the Real Juanten.
So yes, we also have a famous player or famous football player in Morocco, which is Hakim Ziyech. So sa mga fan ng football dyan, you can watch Hakim Ziyech because he is a great and amazing player.
A 21-year-old Anas Kouadidi is a Moroccan marketing student and popular fashion and lifestyle blogger on the side. He seems to spend his days traveling around the most beautiful places in Morocco in a serious style, much to the envy of his thousands of social media followers.
So we also have Anas Kouadidi, which is very famous in Instagram dahil sa mga post niya about attractions in Morocco. And I hope na i-follow niyo siya so para mas malaman niyo pa yung mga different attractions in Morocco. Ang username niya is Anas Official.
The Jalaba. This traditional long loose-fitting hooded garment is worn by both men and women. It is the most popular traditional robe in the countries of Maghreb. It is commonly worn with a balga, a traditional slipper made of out leather. The fabric of the jalaba changes according to the weather. During the summer, Moroccans would wear light cotton made jalaba, and during the winter, they'd wear a jalaba made of wool to keep them warm. In the Sahara, men wear a loose gandura open on the side called the dira'a. Thus, it keeps the body ventilated. The golden seams on the front are usually handmade. Sahrawis wear quandrisi pants under their gandura, a traditional baggy pants that allow men to sit more comfortably on the floor. The dira'a comes usually in 2 colors. The blue dira'a is worn for everyday life, and the white one is for wedding and other special occasions. The Fast Festival of World Sacred Music in Morocco is a 10-day celebration held in mid-summer, late May or early June. The festival was founded in 1994 by the Moroccan scholar. The Fast Festival is unique because it has roots in spiritual values and encourages the audience to become active participants. The festival President Mohammed wants the festival to act as an anchoring ground to teach people to learn to appreciate different cultures and to communicate better with one another. The Rose Festival itself is tied to the harvest. The exact days vary year to year, but is usually within the first 2 weeks of May. It begins on a Friday, with the main events on Saturday, and the festivities continuing in Sunday. Since the harvest culminates with the festival, come a few days earlier to see the moss flowers. Early visitors will also be rewarded with the unusual sight of literally tons of rose petals being trucked into the factories, their scent wafting behind them. The indigenous people in Morocco. The Amazigh Berber peoples are the indigenous people of North Africa. The most recent census in Morocco in 2006 estimated the number of Amazigh speakers to be 28% of the population. However, the Amazigh associations strongly challenge this and instead claim a rate of 65 to 70%.
So now I will going to discuss you the business etiquettes in Morocco, wherein business attire is formal and conservative. Avoid wearing expensive accessories because they think if you're wearing expensive accessories, you are being arrogant. Next one is Moroccan judge on appearance, dress, and presence of yourself. Moroccans prefer to do business with those they know and respect. So if you are going to collab with them, you should earn their respect and trust first para makapag-collab ka sa kanila. Next one is expect to be served mint tea whenever you meet someone, as this demonstrate hospitality. Aside from that, mint tea kasi is their famous beverage in Morocco. Next one is Moroccan have an open door policy even during meetings. So expect na may mga pumapasok-pasok pa rin na tao during meetings. Their dining etiquettes. Do not begin eating until the host blesses the food or begins to eat. If you are going to eat the food without the permission of the host, they think that you are disrespecting their practices. Next one is do not wipe your hands on your napkin, because if you are going to wipe your hands on your napkin, they think that your hands are still dirty. Next one is eat and drink only with the right hand. A washing basin will be brought to the table before the meal is served. So now let's proceed to the superstitious belief of the Moroccan people. The first one is if a pregnant woman craves the food and does not get it, she will begin to scratch her skin. If you go outside with wet hair, you will get sick. If you eat dinner late, you will get nightmare. So now I'll discuss you the trivias in Morocco. The first one is the Karawan Mosque in Fez is the oldest university in the world. It was built by Fatima Al-Firi. Next one is green tea with mint and sweetened with sugar is their popular beverage. Morocco exports more than 90,000 tons of dates each year all around the world. Morocco is the largest producer and explorer of sardines. So that's the trivias in Morocco.
Theaters. Giaitas dances were traditionally performed in preparation for war by the Haha Berber tribes in the Atlas Mountains. The dance is a show of courage for young men going off to battle, and the choreography includes warlike moves such as Britain shooting. During much of the dance, rifles are held on the men's heads, accompanied by only a simple reed flute. The men shout rhythmically and stomp their feet. Today, Giaitas is kept alive as a cultural tradition, and the male dancers end the routine by shooting blanks at the ground. Ahidu, a dance of the Middle Atlas Berbers. The Ahidu is performed by both men and women. All the dancers stand in a circle and their songs are lyrical and poetic. In addition to their matching blue cloaks with white stripes, the women are adorned with jewelry made of yellow amber beads and is skillfully engraved silver. The men wear sleeveless, hooded gowns known as burnouses and have turbans tied on their heads. Some troop members play tambourine while others sway and clap the music.
So that's it, everyone. That's all the information about Morocco. I hope na pumunta kayo sa Morocco because like I said, there's a lot of things to see and there's a lot of things to do in Morocco. And I hope you enjoyed watching my vlog. So that's all. Bye-bye!